Common dolphins occur in the Bay of Biscay in France. In recent years, more and more have been found dead, stranded on the coasts. Most of them are accidentally caught in the nets of fishers who target the same fish as the dolphins. The scientific research project DolphinFree is attempting to find a solution to limit the dolphin bycatch by using an acoustic beacon that emits a bio-inspired signal to indicate the presence of nets.
We were already seeing an increase in mortality events in the 90s, which we found then quite worrying, and now we've got more than double the numbers we had at that time.
Over the last 3 years, we've noticed with the local fisheries committee that there are more and more dolphins. During that time, there have obviously been more accidental catches of dolphins too. We're really not happy when we catch a dolphin in our nets because it damages our gear, so that's a net loss for us. And anyway, we'd rather see them swimming in front of the boat than dead in the nets. Technological devices that reduce dolphin bycatch are really the solution that professional fishers have been waiting for, because it's the solution that allows fishers and marine mammals to coexist in a sustainable way. We have worked mainly with the gillnet fleet. There are around 400 vessels that fish with nets throughout the year in the Bay of Biscay. Lengths of nets can range from a few hundred meters to several dozen kilometers.
In the context of common dolphin bycatch, we need to develop new acoustic devices to set on nets in order to limit the accidental catches of dolphins.
The DolphinFree project is being developed in 5 key steps. The first is the creation of a bio-inspired signal. The second step is the development of an acoustic beacon to emit this complex signal.
The bio-inspired beacon contains a wealth of technology. It is in passive listening mode and only emits a signal when the dolphin's presence is detected. This beacon doesn't need to be recharged for several months. It is equipped with a number of sensors including temperature and pressure sensors, and it can communicate, which means it can be configured remotely and data collected at sea can be received.
Now we can deploy it in the water. We're going to position it in front of the recording hydrophone.
The signal emitted by the beacon is shown here on the oscilloscope. It's a complex signal with a very wide ultrasound frequency range.
The aim of the third step is to develop a recharging system for the beacon that's easy to use by professional fishers.
We are developing a wireless charging system based on electromagnetic induction, like telephone charging systems, but with very, very tight energy constraints. So here's an example of a beacon that is placed in the charger and lights up to illustrate the principle of charging the beacon.
The fourth step of the project involves testing the behavioral response of dolphins to the emission from the beacon in the natural environment.
As part of the experiments, we have assessed the response of the dolphins to the emission from the DolphinFree beacon. To do this, we counted the number of signals emitted by the dolphins before yellow, during green, and after pink, the emission from the beacon. And so we were interested in the buzz, whistles and clicks that were counted automatically in each recording. We can see that on each graph here. So for each type of signal, we have an increase of the acoustic response of dolphins when the beacon is emitting. This clearly shows that the dolphins react to the emitted signal. Once the beacon has emitted in pink, we can see that there is a reduction in the number of signals picked up by the hydrophone, and this is because the dolphins are moving away from the area.
Visual observations made from the boat and also using a drone show that the dolphins behave attentively when they receive the signal informing them of a danger. They prospect by remaining at a distance for a few seconds before calmly moving away from the emission zone. Overall, these results suggest that the dolphins are more likely to detect the presence of the net when the beacon is emitting. The final phase of the project involves testing the acoustic devices during fishing operations by professional fishers to assess their practicality and their ability to limit bycatch. The acoustic beacons were tested during more than 1,000 fishing operations in collaboration with 10 gillnet vessels. The results of these tests have helped to improve some features of the beacons to make them more practical to use, such as their size, weight, and the fastening system on the net. In trials that complied with the protocol and for which beacons were set on fishing nets, no dolphins were caught.
Now we need to go further and deploy this device on a larger number of boats to validate their effectiveness in limiting bycatch.
In 2021, the European Commission served formal notice to France to find solutions to limit common dolphin bycatch. The French government has introduced an action plan for 2023 to 2025 to test various devices, including dolphin-free beacons, with a large number of fishing vessels. The device or devices found to be effective could be made mandatory for French gillnet vessels in the Bay of Biscay.
As a follow-up to the DolphinFree project, signals could be designed for other cetacean species impacted by bycatch in order to improve the coexistence between man and these cetaceans worldwide.